It was a bright and sunny morning in the house where Tom the cat and Jerry the mouse lived. Tom was lazily lounging by the window, enjoying the warmth of the sun, while Jerry was on one of his usual quests to find the most delicious piece of cheese in the kitchen. Little did they know, an adventure was about to unfold that neither of them could have predicted. As Jerry tiptoed into the kitchen, he noticed something unusual. On the counter was the largest, most delicious-looking wheel of cheese he had ever seen. His eyes widened and his mouth watered, but there was a catch. Cheese was inside a glass case, locked with a heavy padlock. Jerry knew this was no ordinary cheese. It was a special prize for a local cheese festival happening that evening. Jerry's mind raced as he tried to come up with a plan to get the cheese. Just then, he heard a rustling noise and turned to see Tom entering the kitchen. Tom's eyes also landed on the cheese, and he licked his lips, imagining the praise he'd get if he managed to guard it successfully. For once, they had the same goal, getting their paws on that cheese. Jerry, being the clever mouse he was, decided that the best way to get the cheese was to team up with Tom, at least temporarily. He scurried up to Tom and waved a little white flag, signaling a truce. Tom raised an eyebrow but was curious about what Jerry had in mind. Jerry quickly sketched out a plan on a piece of paper. They would work together to unlock the glass case and then split the cheese. Tom, seeing the potential for success, reluctantly agreed. They both set to work. Tom used his strength to try and break the padlock, while Jerry used his agility to find and retrieve tools from around the house. Despite their usual antics, they were surprisingly efficient when working together. After several failed attempts and comical mishaps, including Tom getting his head stuck in a toaster and Jerry nearly getting flattened by a falling book, they finally managed to unlock the case. The glass door swung open, and the glorious aroma of the cheese filled the air. They both reached for it at the same time, but as they did, they heard footsteps approaching. It was the house owner, returning home earlier than expected. Panicked, Tom and Jerry looked at each other and then at the cheese. They had no time to waste. In a moment of true teamwork, Jerry quickly gnawed through a piece of string, causing a curtain to fall and cover the cheese, while Tom pushed the case back into place. The house owner entered the kitchen, noticing nothing out of the ordinary. He took a quick look around, shrugged, and left. Tom and Jerry breathed a sigh of relief. They had done it. They retrieved the cheese and hid it in a secret spot known only to them. Later that evening, Tom and Jerry sat together, enjoying their hard-earned reward. The cheese was delicious, and for a brief moment, they shared a peaceful meal as friends rather than foes. Of course, the truce didn't last long, and soon they were back to their usual antic. But both knew that if the situation ever called for it, they could count on each other. Great Heist. And so the legend of the Great Cheese Heist was born, a rare tale of cooperation between Tom and Jerry in their otherwise endless game of cat and mouse.